Hey, welcome back to Juicy Tech. My name is Ario the Juiced, aka Juice. Everybody calls me that, literally, from my family, my wife. Everybody calls me Juice, so may you call me Juice as well. Excuse me, that was the blinds. But let's talk about today's topic, which is going to be about joining a boot camp, a coding boot camp. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably watching it because you're looking to join a boot camp yourself. Whether it's a boot camp remote or the opposite, in person. This video is for you, and I very much hope you gain some value from this information I'm getting ready to share with you in this piece of content. So right off bat, I went to a 10-week coding boot camp. It was called Boca Code. It's located somewhere in Boca Raton, Florida, USA. Now, before I continue speaking, I'm not being sponsored by the company or the school Boca Code to speak about them or this video. I wasn't paid any type of funds to speak about Boca Code. No affiliate links, nothing to that nature. This is just my pure experience and my testimony after doing a 10-week software engineering at a coding boot camp. And I'm going to say to you, you probably watch other videos prior to this one on this channel. The boot camp or the cohort class that I attended, that program was super intense. And to tell you the truth, I very much don't think I was ready for it because I'm so brand new to coding. Now, I do know what's going on. I have a lot of knowledge in software engineering. I do. I know it's a full stack application, front end, back end. Trying to connect the API with the backend. You may be using either MongoDB as a database or Firebase to store the data, so the front end can pull the information to the user, or maybe the user is storing information in the database when they're putting their names and the login, or that's what's going on. And I very much understand that whole operation thanks to the boot camp. It's a lot of fun, and it's really cool to see how all that works, how everything just connects with each other. Again, we have the database, the API, and the front end. But we'll talk about that a little later. The program was very challenging. Why? Like I said before, because I was so new. I can't say I'm still new to it. I mean, it's been 10 weeks, so I very much have a lot of knowledge on what's going on. So I shouldn't be saying brand new anymore. I'm not brand new to it. I know what's going on. It's best to keep practicing to learn more as you go, of course, and that's how it works. You just can't go to a boot camp and expect to that's it, right? You're always going to be a student in this field of software engineering or web development, and that's what I pretty much enjoy. I want to keep learning. New technologies are changing all the time, so you have to keep, at that pace because things are always changing, right? Just like an iPhone or an Android phone, a Samsung Galaxy, they get updates every now and then. That means things are changing, so you have to keep with that change. What was last year's OS is not this year's OS. You know what I mean? Like, technology is always changing, so you have to remain a student, and I like that. But that's what a boot camp, the one that I went to, that's what they very much promoted, that you have to keep practicing. This is like crucial. And that's what I've been doing after leaving this boot camp about 2 weeks ago, right? I'm always practicing. I'm learning about use effects. I'm learning about agile. That's not really coding, but I'm learning about different, steps when coding. It's interesting. It's a lot of steps, but it depends on what you're trying to do. But I'm off track. It was a hard class, right? The class was tough. It was tough for me because at that time I was really new to coding. It's still tough as we speak because you're always learning. I mean, even doing coding challenges, you're just always trying to know what's going on. But it depends on what you're doing, maybe where you work, whatever the company, whatever technologies they're using, and whatever they're trying to solve or whatever. It just depends on what you're doing, and that's gonna need you to use certain technologies or skills to perform or to find that solution in whatever you're trying to build or fix or protect. It all depends, right? Super cool. But this is what I mean about, I'm not new to this anymore because I very much understand what's going on, and I love that. But the class was tough. So if you're that person right now looking to join a boot camp, just keep in mind, if especially if you are new, if you are new to coding, right? Like I was new to it, I would tell you to, and I always say this in all other videos on this channel, the same words: learn the fundamentals of coding. That's learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Some people feel like learning JavaScript is enough to learn first. That's their opinion, but if you're like super new to this, I would very much like at least have an understanding of what HTML is, because you're gonna work with that. I will very much try to gain some knowledge in CSS, right? Styling stuff, and JavaScript to learn how to make the software that you're trying to build or whatever you're trying to do be more, or just have a function, right? To me, that's what JavaScript is. It's all about making the website functional. Things are moving, like loops, arrays, and right? Things are moving. To me, that's the main job of JavaScript. It does more than that, obviously, but that's what people use it for, a lot of reasons. Functionality. So I will learn those three things very, very much. Like the most basic stuff about those three languages. HTML is not really a language, but I'll just call it a language. But those three things I will very much get a full understanding of, at least just the basics of it, before spending money at a boot camp, because that's what you're going to learn there. Now you may say that, what's the problem? I'll just learn it at the boot camp. True, you can do that. That's it's your life. Do what you need to do. But I would, if I were you, if I were you, I would save my money and learn as much as I can on my own. It may take a while, but at least you're not being pressured. You're not given homework, you're not given assignments, and you have to join teams of people at the boot camp if it's in person, because that's what we did at my boot camp. We would sometimes work in teams, and it was fun, right? And all that helps, gain more confidence, and you're around people, you're interacting. It helps you get out of your shell and just, be more open and welcoming, and just talk to people to just help find a solution or build something. It really does wonders when you're working in teams. I'm all for that. I'm all for in-person working or learning, and also virtual. Like, they're all great, but that's what you're learning. And again, you may be saying, well, I'll just learn this stuff at the boot camp and go from there. But again, if I were you, if I were to start all over again with boot camp before joining a boot camp, I'll spend a lot more time learning the 101s. Excuse me, that's a car passing by. A loud car passing by, excuse me. But like I said, I would put more time on learning the 101s, the fundamentals of those three things: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, some coding challenges. Just kind of know what you're getting yourself involved in before spending a penny on any, educational or education institution like a boot camp or a college. It doesn't hurt learning on your own and just kind of being a little ahead of the class, because you're not so new to this and you're not so lost. And again, the 10-week class was so much work because they're trying to cram as much information in you in just 10 weeks, and it was a lot. And if you're so new to this, you're gonna get lost quickly, and they type really fast and things just move really quickly, and you have to just gain all this information. And that's that's at least what we did at my boot camp. And it may be tough for some people who are new to this, and it may not be a big deal for some people who already had experience prior, the boot camp. Some people went to college and have computer science degrees. Some people already were software engineers before joining the boot camp. Like, some people were in my class already had experience messing with these things, so it was a breeze for them to really not have any issues keeping up with the class. It was tough for someone like me because I was so new to it, not new to it anymore, but I had to really put in more work to to really know what's going on. And I did. I put in a lot of work, and I did walk away with a ton of knowledge, and that's awesome. Awesome. But again, that's my preach to you, or my tips or advice to you. I would sit down and very much learn as much as I can on my own, in my own pace. You're not being stressed to, do homework or a quiz or exams or being working teams or to build a final project of like some thing that you're not really that you've never done before. It's going to be a lot of pressure, and especially if you have a family, you're raising children and all this stuff, and it's going to be a lot of stress. And maybe you don't want that in your life right now. I don't know, I'm not speaking for you, but to just not have so much on your back, meaning you're not so stressed out because you're trying to pass this course, this coding boot camp, and because you're so new to coding, it takes you more time to pick up what's going on, and it's just gonna be a lot of stress. So to solve that, I would very much, again, before spending any money on any institution, learn on your own and be ahead of the class. So when you do join the boot camp, you're way more advanced. Now you may ask yourself, well, when I learn on my own, I may not need the boot camp. You may be right, I don't know. But maybe you want to learn more from actual senior software engineers or actual professors. They may give you a lot of tips and tricks that you're not aware of, information that you cannot find on YouTube or on Google. You can only find this information from going to the boot camp, and a lot of information I was able to consume and adopt because of the boot camp. Like the amount of information and tips and tricks they gave us, it worked, a lot of it. And it's just not coding, it's also networking. You're around people. Again, this is why I'm so big on in-person work or teams. It's really important to still be around human beings in today's world. Even after a pandemic, it's still, I very much encourage you to always to not I won't say always, but to not want to be around people to learn from your peers, if that makes any sense. So let me just say this again. I encourage you to network, meet people, be welcoming, ask questions, go to events, tech events like I do, go to conferences, tech conferences, meet people. It doesn't have to just always to go find a job, but you may end up meeting some people who can help you get a job because they like you, they love to converse with you, they think you're a hard worker, you are dedicated, you are reliable, you're responsible, you're always trying to learn, and you seem like a fun person to be around. All this may help you get a job, and people may want to help you get there because they see you as a winner, and people love winners and not the opposite. Miserable people, negative. You don't want to be around no one like that. You want the opposite at all times. You want to be around happy, fun, responsible, smart people who are successful, and they're just dying to help you, evolve. And that's all possible from networking, like in-person networking. I'm not against virtual, that's still great. Zoom is awesome. I'm not trying to hate on that. I'm not trying to speak bad on virtual meetups and stuff. That's still awesome, but do not also sleep on in person. This is still a very important thing to practice. Networking in person, meet people in person. That's what I love about the boot camp that I went to. I met a lot of awesome people there, from not just they're all my peers, from the actual teachers to the students. I met all these people and I have them in my connection, in my contacts, and they know me, I know them, and it's just awesome. It makes it a lot more fun, and that really helped me get through the boot camp because of my peers. They're awesome. They're just a bunch of great people. I have not met not one terrible person yet. So I don't know. Hope you got some value from this video. Again, any questions, let me know. Excuse me. Be sure to help me out by liking this video so others can find it. Others who are looking for information about boot camps and why they should not join or join. That's a big help if you could like this video. Also share it to people who may need to hear this. If you want to subscribe, do that. Only do it because you like the content on this channel. Don't subscribe if this is the only video you're going to watch and just move on. Seriously. Like, I mean that. And that's it with this video. Much love to you. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your journey in the tech field. Peace out.